what impact do you have on the scene, right? That's something in VR. What impact do you have on the scene? And we're going to use effectual point of view to talk about that. The first effectual point of view is nonentity, right? The viewer is an invisible observer in the scene. So you're there, right, because you're witnessing it, but no one sees you or interacts with you. It's kind of like you're invisible, you're not even there. A great example of this is traveling while black. So you can see in this shot that the camera is placed in the booth with these three girls. But interestingly, the girls never look at you, talk to you, or acknowledge your presence. It's like you're not even there. So then the next one is entity. The viewer is acknowledged and interacted with, but has no agency, right? The characters in the show, if it's a show, are aware of your presence. Like you affect the scene in that way, but you don't have agency, you don't change the story. A great example of this is Felix and Paul's Mayubi, where you're a robot. So you can kind of tell from the picture that this little boy knows you're there. He's interacting and engaging with you. And he can even ask you to say his name, and you do. But you, the viewer, aren't deciding when or what to say it. That's pre-programmed, right? So you don't have agency, but you have a place within this world. You're affecting the story in that sense, but you're not changing it. And then the next effectual point of view is participant, right? That's where the viewer feels like somebody and is somebody who can do things in the space. A really great example of it is everybody's favorite game, Beat Saber, right? We know that we have an impact in that experience. If you're using the saber, like the box goes away, your score goes up, you can win or lose. Other examples of this are any VR games that have tools or weapons that you can use to affect the story or the scene. Tilt Brush would be another example, right? It's not a story, it's not a win or lose game, but you're participating in it, you have agency, you're affecting the space around you and how it is going forward. You're sort of changing the scene.